Hello everyone, this is Grand Madam with Grand Madam Tarot. This week I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to use the Love Oracle cards, or Romance Oracle cards, as our setting point to see pretty much what's in store for love within the collective. So, I am going to shuffle the cards, see which card comes up as our oracle. Let's see what the main energy is. For the collective. This is for the collective. For the collective. Oh, also, while I'm doing this, a few videos back, there's a video called Did I Get the Job? And we did yes, no spreads literally 5 times, and one of the times was on the video. I was working with a client. And the question was, but did I get the job? Now, each time the card reading, let me stop because I'll put that in there. Each time the card reading said no, 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 no. At that time, I'm talking same day, while I was reading, in between one of the yes, no spreads that said no, the company sent an employment contract, it emailed it, and a telephone call to make sure the contract was received and signed. Start date, salary, you name it, it was in the contract. But the cards kept saying no. Well, here's the update. For that particular company, the client was sent to 2 different places unrelated to the company for company training. One was at an office near her home. A second was at the second site, training for 2 or 3 weeks, was at a university not too far from home. So now we get down to the start date at the company. Now my client lives in the city. The actual building of the company is in an isolated area in the county. And when I'm saying isolated, I don't mean it's so far off it would take a tour guide to get there. Okay? What I mean, it is basically if you aren't in the neighborhood of that location, it is almost inaccessible. So she told me after catching one bus, one train, and another bus after the train, when she got off the final bus station, she looked out, she was on a doggone highway. With that, she turned around and came home. So that was why the cards kept saying no. Needless to say, the company wanted her just to reschedule her additional training. She decided, I'm not even going to try to get there. That was ridiculous. She was scared to death. That's just an update. Now, just wanted to update you on that. The cards were not wrong. We just could not understand it. Okay. But the place was too inaccessible, too difficult for her to get to in 2022. Can you imagine? Moving right along, let's see what's going on with our love relationships. This is going to be Love in the Collective. This is good cards. Love and the Collective. What does love look like for the next month, April into May? End of April, end of May. What does the love look like for our collective? Okay. Love in the collective. Okay. Overall energy. Oh, it's time for the heart-to-heart conversation. Let's start with that. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, flirt. So it's time for a delicate flirt. Just hearing heart to heart and flirt at the same time means someone's relationship has come to a screeching halt, and that is because there was some miscommunication, misunderstanding, uh, judgments, misjudgments called. In other words, someone was trying to put together apples and oranges to make grape juice, and it did not work. So it's time to sit down and have a talk, a heart to heart. And when you have the heart to heart, and then you have this flirt card coming up here, basically what that means is you're starting from ground zero. So that not just the relationship has come to a screeching halt, but it has been absolutely obliterated. And if you're going to be with this person, you've got to start all the way back from the beginning with a hello. Basically a reintroduction of who you are, what you want. This is what I have to offer. What can you offer me? That far back. And so, let's see. Heart to heart conversation. I'm going to use the Gypsy deck. This is going to be interesting. Mm-hmm. And flirt. Flirting with each other like you just met, if you choose to do so. Okay. And another thing that's coming to my mind, honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Just because you are in love with someone is no guarantee that they're going to love you back. That's just the realism, okay? That's why you need to have this conversation, so that somebody won't keep flying blind in a relationship that does not exist. Okay, and now let's continue. So what is heart-to-heart conversations? Heart-to-heart conversations. Let's see what the Gypsy deck has to say. First card. I guess this is going to be the room for discussion. All right. Ooh, see, this is what I'm talking about. You agreed to make the grape juice. Somebody brought the apples and somebody else brought the oranges. It was a lie. Somebody was not interested in creating the grape juice. They wanted something else, but they did not tell you, or you did not tell them what your true intentions were. Yeah. This is the priest card. This talks about confessions in this case. Confession time, being in the confessional. Yeah. And it looks like to me someone was just up to have some fun, the pleasure seekers. So, like I said, you were spending all this time trying to be, look at that, wife material for someone who just wanted a casual relationship. Okay, at the bottom of the deck, waiting. There's nothing, you have nothing to wait for because it was not there in the first place. Okay. Let's see what's going on for you then. Where do we go from here then, cards? Where does the collective go from heart-to-heart conversations? The heart-to-heart conversation is basically the same reason for the tarot reading. It's for clarity. You will know whether you have a chance or not after the conversation. Or conversations. Because some people are skillful enough at dragging out conversations over days or weeks while doing a lot of talking and not saying a word. Okay. What's next for love in the collective? Heart-to-heart conversations. It could lead to a new beginning. It could lead to an ending. Mutually agreed upon. What is next? Come on, cards. I'm using the Modern Love deck. Okay. Celtic spread. Overall energy. The magician, Gemini energy, making things happen, getting what you want done, manifesting, taking something from the spirit and bringing it into fruition in the earthly plane. In other words, making things happen. Ooh. Yeah, this is the conflict. And there was conflict. I'm telling you, you thought you were going to make grape juice and thought the other person was going to bring the grapes. Apple grape juice. They brought oranges instead. And what's crossing them was this happy family situation. So basically, you were trying to work on a situation that would create a happy family, but you did not have the right person for that. And now, well, this is in the past. This is the Ace of Pentacles in the past. This is a new beginning, new income coming in, a whole new life. So you had to start off before. So some of you have been in a false start. You've been in this relationship before, more than once, and it keeps repeating. The false start, false start, false start. That's like somebody divorcing and remarrying again, and the same old problems that was in the first marriage that came up the first time have come back to surface for the second time, and they're still unresolved. Yeah, here we go. A lot of communication. This is the Eight of Wands. Things happening quickly. Someone's trying to rush into something. Don't rush. Take your time so you can see what's going on. Someone has been very generous with their time and their energy. Six of Pentacles. And their money for some of you. Yeah, did you hear the boop, 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 boop? Did you hear that? That was emphasis. And it looks as though someone was with a King of Pentacles, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy. It could be male, could be female. Someone who knows how to make money. Good with figures. Good with numbers. Yeah. Not so good with decision making. This is the Seven of Cups. A lot of choices create confusion. And some of these choices even create delusion. Okay. Oh! Aha. Here are the friends. What could I say? This is the friends of the King of Pentacles. I guess you do have to have a heart-to-heart talk. And someone is afraid the whole situation has completed and has ended. While some of you are hoping that it's completed and ended. For others still, there is travel around the world. This is the card for working on a relationship. So somebody wants to work at it. Someone is looking towards their future. This is the Three of Wands. You see she's got her phone looking at her map. That's not a phone. Could be a tablet, but it's definitely a map. And she's pointing to a new direction. So it looks to me like he may want to try to start anew and have this heart-to-heart conversation, and she's ready to move on. Or vice versa. Could be two she's, two he's, whomever. While they're moving on, oh, look, okay, here we have two ladies. They're saying, no, 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 no. We don't want this anymore. Seven of Wands. Defense mode. Protecting yourselves. So in this case, it could be two ladies, two women. Non-binary. And someone does not like the fact that one of his girls has run off with another girl. That's none of his business now, though, is it? He really doesn't like it. Someone's in the King of Swords mode. That can be a very dangerous person. They see things in black and white. They're highly judgmental. They are under their air signs. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, energy. And they can be difficult. They can really be difficult. So, and here's the Hangman in the emotional challenge position. Someone just does not know how to feel right about now. You feel what you feel when you feel it. And they're at a crossroads. Here's this cross. That's not a crossroads, I'm sorry. That's a stalemate. Looks like a crossroads. Look at the two swords. That's stalemate. That's stalemate. So what it looks like to me, folks, is that somebody wants to try to fix things in a relationship and somebody else is like, I'm too tired. I just can't do this anymore. This is at the bottom of the deck, 9 of Wands. So with this, let me grab the moon cards. I haven't used those in so long. I don't even know where they are, but I think they're over here. I'm sorry, folks. Mm-hmm. Okay. This is for the collective. So what is the outcome to this? So it looks to me like the romance cards are advising the lover who wants to work and keep the relationship to flirt. But flirt a little bit. Pay attention like you did in the beginning. But I don't know, that might be easier to do when someone feels this way, when your other partner is feeling like this. Because at this point, it's like, I can't take another thing. Not one more thing before they really fly off the handle. So let's just see what is the advice from the Moonology deck for this collective here. The Oracle says heart to heart. But what happens if the other party doesn't feel like talking? You know what I'm saying? And you cannot force a heart-to-heart conversation. All you can do is wait until the other party is willing to talk to you. And that could be months down the road. All right. I'm going straight from the top. Okay. Yeah, we're moving into eclipse season. So, my darlings, the Moonology deck is saying expect powerful change. Powerful change. So that means everything is going to be different. A new moon in Aries, time to take action. And don't let pride get in your way, a full moon in Leo. So basically, what is happening here, you've got to have that heart-to-heart talk now because there's something else coming down the road that, as things stand now between you and your partner, it'll blow it to all smithereens if the two of you are not united. Okay? So it is truly, truly best right now to try to build up some kind of rapport, starting with a minor flirtation or a call in the morning and say, good morning, how you doing? Maybe around 10 o'clock. I wouldn't want to wake up to that at 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the morning. It would tick me off. But that's just me. Okay. And see if you can't ease around having a heart-to-heart. You don't have to schedule an appointment or anything like that. You might want to just invite your partner for coffee. See if you could just sit down, no alcohol, and just start talking. Not accusatory. Talking as though this is what I've always thought we were. And take it from there. Do not take offense to what you hear. The purpose is to get the cards out on the table
And then you can determine whether or not you want this relationship or not. Not because I love him, no, or I love her, no. That is not the point of this conversation. The point of this conversation is to get the facts straight. Make sure that you two are on the same page emotionally. And if you are not, then you can mutually agree that you are not for one another. Okay? Okay? And if it's one of those cheating situations, this is not going to even work. That's going to take something a lot more intense. So, expect powerful change. All right? And it's going to have to be changed for the better, whether it hurts or not. Okay? It doesn't have to hurt. It can be a big surprise, a happy surprise. But anything to get out of this. Okay? Talk things out to get out of this. This is Grand Madam wishing you much love. This is Love in the Collective.